Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I'm going to be doing a beautiful reading for you today. So we're going to look at your ground and your crown, is what I like to call this section of the Celtic cross. It's what's at your foundation and what crowns you. So at your ground, we have skull endings. Now, no surprise, at the beginning of the week, you had the death transformation card, and here it is again. And within the skull, there is a plant growing. So it's just showing that death isn't an ending, it's a transition to things. And you are definitely going through a transition. You are starting to grow and create something brand new. You're rising to the challenge, and you're rebalancing yourself as you're doing it. Thank you for being here. Now, I have to remind you that these are general readings, right? So take what resonates, leave the rest. I like to call my readings more reading/coachings because I feel that I'm more talking about an energy within you than actually predicting anything at all. You take the information I give you and you empower yourself, okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces. So, 29 is the number 11. And I have many reminders here, even in the ground and the crown, that there is divine help here, okay? Why do I say that? Is because 3, for me, as a tarot reader, it became my card of spiritual guidance. These are me and my two main people, main spirits, my main men, women, whatever, in the spirit world. I have Liam and Mona, who are like the two very very close to me guides that I feel at all times. I feel sometimes I have to call others in because they're higher realms, but they are always near me. They are like the dream team that I can contact really easily. Okay. And that's how they introduce themselves as the Three of Pentacles, teamwork, as a group. So in this case, for this week, Pisces, this is what this card means. It means that you are getting in tune with your inner self. Now, there's things that happen when you vibe higher and get in tune with your spiritual self. It helps you connect with the rest of that spiritual realm. It becomes really easy. It's like an instant connection. It's like a key being put into slot is what I'm being shown. A key that clicks and that the door opens. Okay? And so if you haven't done any work on it, I suggest that you, work is a weird word for it, but I suggest that you keep exploring that aspect. Let's use the word explore. Now, the card in the middle says, I was called here on a mission. And again, I feel that spiritual, going up. So we're going to pull some cards on this. Let me see here. This is a Work Your Light. This is a very spiritual deck. Even when I pulled these cards on Sunday, I felt a very spiritual type energy with these. Like it was pulling me much higher than my physical body. So yeah. Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. This is what I feel. And I was just thinking, while I do these, I should call it spiritual thinking. Because what was popping into my head is that when I do these readings, I go into a mode of spirituality. But when I'm not these days, I focus on every little, and we were talking about segments last week, but segments of my life. If it's just creating little pockets of joy, if I like my hair that day, or I don't know, my face looks rested and I feel, oh, you look pretty today. I stay in that moment. And then if my son brings me news and it makes him happy and I see it lighted up, I stay in that moment. And these are, for me, little pockets of heaven. Myself included. I've added myself. Yes, even something considered vanity. All of these little things are contributing to my joy, and I'm part of it. It's not just to enjoy other people's, it's to enjoy my own life. I bought a soap that smells like almonds and sweetness, and I stayed in that moment. Okay, I used it on my skin, and I thought, this is heaven. And this is what I was thinking before this card came in. It's creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Being in tune with what you have, okay? Finding the joys in your life, along with the lessons that you have kind of templated before you came here. You know, those things that you wanted to learn about. Some good, some hard. You're basically here to have a great experience. Like, if you had a choice, Pisces, whether or not to just have, a mission statement, or to have a really cool vacation with all kinds of things happening, good and bad, which one would you pick? Would you go, I am on a mission statement? Or would you say, I took a bite out of that, like I was on the greatest vacation? Yeah, a few things happened that made me, take my breath away, and some of it was sad. But for the most part, it was just, yes, it was just that, right? I learned to figure out what I really loved. Some of us, it takes us a while. I am one of these people who takes me a while to figure out what I love. It's things that I've always loved, but I've never stopped to pinpoint why, and I've never given some of these things enough time. And now I am. I'm giving these things plenty of my time, okay? So my days are feeling better. I am feeling more, I love this word, and I can never find it truly. I'm kind of sinking into the who I am, but it's épanouir in French, and I've yet to find. I will find. That will be one of my joys, to go find that word. Oh, they told me where I might find it. Okay, well, I'll search for that after. Okay. All right, so you have the Two of Swords. Look at this. Look at this. So let me pull another right here. Yeah. No longer at an impasse of what to do. No longer, this is what I felt. It's like you're no longer at an impasse. Just the ending is the ending of something to begin something new. This feels like the in-between of it. But the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that it's starting to turn. You're starting to go and do what you need to. It's the change is happening, the movement, okay? I'm hearing like a click, 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 like it's not moving quickly, but it's moving. It's like maybe it's been stuck for so long, and now it isn't anymore. It just kind of, it just started to move. It started to move, okay? Something has shifted. And this makes sense because the Two of Swords is a, it's not a long period of delay, but it's a delay because it's just a two, right? It's again almost like balancing things. Like which one do I pick? And like your vision, they're always usually like in these cards, they're always usually like blindfolded. But it's just because they're refusing to lay down a sword to take it off, okay? So there's, here I feel that this is ended. And it's perfect with endings. The endings of the delay into the movement, okay? Wouldn't be surprised if I saw Chariot come out somewhere here. Okay. I will read you this one. I was called here on a mission. Goblins. I love goblins. I love goblins. This I'm going to read. I'm going to read for you. Let me see. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. And this is also a low vibing. I was talking that at the beginning, right? This has nothing to do with creating heaven on earth. This is sinking you into the depths of darkness. Okay? If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potential reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin message that you must release resentments and negative self-thought. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of negativity. Okay? So the other part of that is, Pisces, is that these, I've always said that, whatever happens to you in life that kind of sinks you down into those holes of feeling that way, they're often there for a reason, okay? And it's to show you the contrast between the darkness and the light, okay? How can you ever experience heaven if you haven't had a little bit of hell, okay? And I'm not talking about the big things again. I keep repeating that. But it's because over the years I've had people talk about losing children and suffering deaths that of people being taken away. I have suffered both of those things as well. I'm not talking about that. Although those things do offer wisdom of their own, okay? And you can be sunk into the depths of that darkness. But the thing is about it is if you've never suffered any darkness, even the little stuff that, well, the little stuff that's less than those things, you then understand what it is to go into the light. If you've been in a dark room for 10 days, and you suddenly open the door to the light, whether there's a sun out there or not, it's going to be so bright. It's going to feel so different. It's going to do something to you, to your soul, to your body. We need both to appreciate things, right? So there you go. Your soul is always light. I really do believe that being here in this world is absolutely that contrast. Absolutely. And some of you are saying, well, why don't we just stay as souls if we have perfection there? Maybe it isn't perfect because, I don't know, maybe somewhere along the way, as souls, we have realized, I don't know, that we want to feel and experience things, that we want to learn. And it's not necessarily just on this planet, so, but that's a whole different conversation there, Pisces. We may be on other planets learning different things. Dice, chance, right? All of this, though, has to do with you taking a chance. There's that 10 again, 19. Yes, it is. It's about you taking a chance. I love looking at the rear view mirror. But if you look at the rear view mirror, Pisces, why do I keep wanting to put this card upside down? What's there? It's almost like the darkness, right? And where are you going? You're going out of that dark room into the light. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. Take a chance. You've taken a chance. You have. But it's okay. You were called here on a mission. You are meant to take these chances. You are meant to try something different and new, right? Absolutely. Let's see here. Sometimes it's necessary to take a chance, and other times the risk is not necessarily worth the reward. The dice represents taking that risk, whether it be calculated one taken out of necessity. There may be many unknowns right now, but doing nothing is not an option. Weigh all your options and determine what makes the most sense. If you're unhappy with the current situation in your life, it is not serving you now, may be the time to bet on yourself and walk away. To bet on yourself, absolutely. Alternative, there could be something you've been working on that requires perseverance to see the fruits of your labor. This card encourages you to take chances in a way that fulfills your ultimate desires. It also asks the question, what risk are you willing to take? You never know what will happen if you roll the dice until you do. Okay? So, it says whether impulsive or not, take a chance, okay? Take a chance on whatever it is you are trying to make happen in your life. So, I'm going to read now, I was called here on a mission. There goes the other book. Okay, this one's interesting. 128. Okay, so what? Let me see. This is ancient wisdom, the Gaia Gateway. Okay. This is certainly not your first incarnation, and there's a good chance it's not your last. I would agree with that, especially if you're Pisces. Before you came into this body, your soul set the intention to remember the power of your spirit in this lifetime. See, this is the other part. You were meant to remember that you were a spirit in a human body. So this is part of the game plan, the template that you set up for yourself. Okay? It set the intention to bring in the light of Source. That was your mission. The rest was left up to you, all the learning, all the experience, and what you might do with them. But your life has great purpose, and when this card comes to you, the universe is reminding you of it. In fact, this card brings a boost of confidence. It shows that you're on the right path, just by being who you truly are. You are a bright spark of light and goodness to other people. So stop getting yourself worried about specifics. Just express the power of your spirit in the most authentic way possible. Shine now. Shine where you are. Express your gifts and the rest will unfold. Right. I hope you're catching all of this great juju coming in for you, Pisces. Okay? I hope you are. I hope that it's sinking in. I hope that it's coming in loud and clear for you, my beautiful Pisces. Let's pick a Heal Your Light. The moon keeps coming out. This is who you are, though, Pisces. This is a card of us, right? And lovers, making a choice. This has also come out before. This is choosing harmony, commitment to yourself, choosing your intuition, who you're meant to be. Like I said many times, we pick for other people. But as this section of your life, you are now picking with yourself. And it's going to spill out to the other people in your life. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? You're going to be sure now of how you see things. This moon thing, this illusion thing. You're not going to be an illusion. You know that the moon has her light, but you also know that she doesn't shine her own life. You're aware of all of this. But you choose and pick the meaning that has the most meaning to you. For me, she is mysterious and beautiful and part of my sign. And yes, sometimes it has to do with illusion and imagination and intuition. But that's what makes it mysterious and beautiful and something that I enjoy every time it is appearing in the night sky. So, Pisces, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose what the mass population or the popular belief is? Are you going to choose something that's true to you? Especially if you can live without people's, acceptance of what your beliefs in. Is it more important that you think that people think that you're in the in crowd, or is it more important for you to just live a life of joy based on your own definition of that? Okay. So let's see. So Pisces, we're past the halfway mark on this reading. If you're enjoying it so far and it's your first time here, I'll ask you to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to all so that you know when I'm on. I also have a website that will remind you daily. You can go check that out in the description box. And if you'd like to leave a comment, share it, make sure to like it before you leave. That all helps me greatly. It's coming in again. The caregiver card, I'm not going to put it on the table. I saw it yesterday, but it's to remind you that you're here to care for yourself as much as everybody else. I mentioned it at the beginning when I said I would look in the mirror and say, oh, my hair looks good today. Oh, I look rested. And to get joy at how I feel within myself is not a selfish thing. It's a caring thing. If you learn to love yourself, then in that case you'll always figure out how to love others, okay? So I'm not going to put it down, but it has come back out. If you want to see that, I talked more about that, I think it is yesterday. That's exactly it. Joy and have fun. Stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, or maybe more like you than you know? Something just for the joy of it. Here's that word joy again. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. Okay? And I feel that's what I've been doing. I've been looking for things that feel like they would be fun. And I'm making like a mental list, or I should say an energetic list of things that, yeah, that I can let go, or that needs to be revamped a little bit, and that's brand new. Okay? And I feel that's for some of you, these death or transformation things that are happening has to do with this. Okay, sometimes we tell ourselves, well, I should like this. Everybody likes this. And then you realize, I really don't like that. But I would like something similar to that. Or I wouldn't like it at all, or something brand new. Okay, so don't dismiss yourself anymore. And really pick out what you love. Sometimes you love something, but it's not for the reason you think. It's for the feeling that it gives you. So try to find other things like it. Okay? This is a transient tarot. I can never say that. You'll have to forgive me if I still speak words incorrectly in English. I'm primarily French to begin with. So. did I say? What did I say? Yeah. The Chariot came out. Of course it did. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I feel that Chariot. It did come out in reverse, so I have to say it. But in that case, it's not the reverse of that. In some cases, the Chariot is just simply that it's just starting to move. I'm feeling that crickety crackety of, you know, the wheel that starts to spin. That's what they were showing me, like a tick tick. Oh, we're starting to move in this direction. And that's what I feel the Chariot. Okay, you're just about to hit that Chariot movement, which is like really starts to move. You get that ball rolling. I love the contrast between the darkness and the light. I didn't miss that. I did not see that. I saw that, okay? You are definitely understanding that these two, okay, the darkness into the light, yeah, these two are synchronistic to what is happening in your life, okay? Sometimes it takes us a long time to get out of the fear of something in the dark happening to us, realizing that they balance each other out, that they make us want better and more in the light, right? So when you stop fearing the contrasts, you start realizing how they can work for you, what you can do with them. Again, I'm not talking about anything tragic, although these things do happen and they have their own meanings in life. You have the Nine of Coins here, which is telling me that this is really going to be a very fruitful time in your life. You're going to start to see things happening and manifesting, because the things that happen with this is that when you embrace joy, when you vibe higher, when you contact spirit guides, you're first of all in a higher vibing place, right? You're happier more of the time. Not 100%. We're not here to be 100% of the time happy. We're here to learn. But what we're doing is that we're working towards that, right? We're working in finding what I like, what I don't like. And you're trying to stay in the like more, right? But when you hit the joy point of things, your energy skyrockets to your vibration. I call it energy, but it's a vibration, skyrockets, where it's unblocking and opening doors, right? It's opening the door to your guides. It's opening doors to opportunities. And it's also opening doors to manifesting what you want. I told you guys quite a few weeks ago, we went for a weekend away, and it was dreadful. It was awful. It was one of the worst times that I've had in a very long time. My emotions were very bad. I cried a lot. And I don't do that. I don't do it for long. But I did. And when I came back, I was told immediately, I was depleted, I was tired, I was defeated. And I was told by Spirit, because my guides stay very close to me, said, sit and write and make it work. And I really didn't know what that meant, but as I wrote, I understood that for everything that really bothered me, that made me feel bad, I wrote the opposite of what I really wanted. And instead of focusing on what went wrong, I started focusing on the things that I wanted instead of what had happened. Well, I don't want to be here. I'd rather be there. And as I told you guys, what manifested was another weekend where I got everything that I wanted, and it was gloriously so much better. Compared to that experience, it was amazing. Some of you know what I'm talking about. So when you start working in joy all the time and something does come into contrast and upset you, if you're working towards, well, why did that upset me and what would make me better instead, you start shifting all the attention on your wants and the stuff that you want to attract, that you're going, I'm going to feel this way next time. And kind of, sometimes it almost feels like these are little tiny miracles that show up. The opportunities are there for you to try again. And then you realize, oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Ooh, nice, unbelievable. So I was on a high all weekend thinking that my manifestation came in really fast. It's like ask and ye shall receive felt very close to me at that point. So working with joy, high vibrations, switching it to really understand that how can I make the contrast work for me, you start manifesting things and they start happening. Truly, they start happening. Okay? All right, Pisces. I know I went off on a little bit, but this is important. Okay? Because this joy, this vibration, it connects you to changes. It makes changes happen faster. It makes your mission statement, okay, feel a lot better. And also it connects you to your guides. And that's the whole point of your ground and your crown this week. That's what you're feeling right now. I'm hoping anyway, that's what you're feeling. Ooh, underneath the deck. Ooh, that's so pretty. I trust my gifts. And that is a gift, by the way. Oh, the world is blessed to have you. Well, that's just a beautiful statement in itself. It doesn't really need anything except like, how about a thanks? I'm glad. And I think, again, we're talking, what I'm getting from this card is we're talking about you feeling this. Okay? So here's my call to action to you. I want you to write in the comments this statement. The world is blessed to have me. And then I want you to feel it. Now that's the kicker right there. I don't want you to just write it. I want you to feel it. I want you to list me. 1 thing, 2 things, 5 things, how many things? And yeah, aces, that's you too. I'll restrict you to only a couple of things because I know you're going to write me a paragraph. I love you, girl. But the world is blessed to have you. I want you to tell me why. Tell me why. I'm going to start. The world is blessed to have me because I come here and empower you, empower people to be strong and bright and shining in the beautiful energy of their own vibrations. There's one. I think that's a good one, right? The world is blessed to have me because when I love you, I give you all of my love. I don't restrict anything back. I'll give you all of me. My boys, my husband, they know this. I think they take advantage of it, but they know it. What else? The world is blessed to have me because I'm here. I'm here. I'm here at this time in this place. I was meant to be here. Okay? Yeah. So there you go. You do it for me. You go ahead and write down in the comments. You tell me, why is the world is blessed to have you? I would love to hear from you. And I want you to feel it. Don't just write it down. I want you to feel it. I don't care if it's big or small. I want to hear it. All right. So let's keep going. I'm going to take from the Pope Tarot. One of my joys, one of my little joys. Oh, I love this deck so much. Uh-huh. What is this? What is this? The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Okay, after having that statement, some of you are going to have a warring battle with yourselves about this. There's going to be a little voice in your head. I just had it as I said what I said. There's a little voice in your head going, well, you think a lot of yourself. This is the Page of Swords. This is my little troublemaker. It is the one that keeps telling you there's a lot of people on this planet what makes you better than everybody else. And it's not better. Pisces. It's just who you are, okay? You've got to make sure that this person isn't making snap judgments, or this person, which being your little brain, that little voice in your brain, making snap judgments out of whatever it's been subjected to in its life, okay? I'm going to put that right here. This is the big troublemaker. This is the one that starts off and then you end up with the Nine of Swords. So absolutely, make sure that you are, what is it? Where's that word? Yeah, look at this. Eight of Swords. That you're not letting this page trap you in a circle of false truths. In other words, they're true statements, but they're not necessarily true to you. This is what I like. This page is always like, I feel like every time I see the original Rider-Waite-Smith card, I always feel that this page is swinging at windmills. Like, you know, going, I'm going to take you down, you big monster. And it's like, okay, you know, yes, it's big. Yes, it's you know, imposing. But a windmill is nothing dangerous, okay? So it just, that's what I'm thinking every time. As soon as I learned tarot, when I really learned with my guides, this came in right away. It's a little over the top. And these little over the top things are okay, but we can see it in other people when they try to feed us that kind of over the top thinking, but we rarely stop it in our own minds. So I am just reminding you that when you're doing this exercise about the world is blessed, don't let this take over. The world is blessed to have you. Okay? Yeah, don't let it, don't tie yourself up in a knot. Exactly like this, right? The Eight of Swords going, oh, I don't know. No, free yourself. Free yourself. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to take from the Little Prince here. So this has been a very beautiful, heartfelt reading today. And I'm very glad that you were here to experience it. I hope that you're feeling it. I hope that you're feeling the power within it. That's the whole point to these. Let me see here. The World card. I love it. This week it's been I think it's this week it's been happening. You get the two checkpoints, right? Or is it last week? My brain. It doesn't much matter. The World is talking about the culmination of all things. Okay? You work with yourself in joy to make things happen. It's going to work out it's going to culminate to something. If you work yourself in pain over something, it's going to culminate to something which will be nothing, right? So this card is after the Judgment card, but it's like the Judgment card is to remind you, what have you done with this path? Have you been accountable for your thinking, your choosing, what you've done, whether you've moved forward or stopped yourself? You're now accountable for all those choices in this part of your journey, okay? Do you want to start over and do it differently, or do you want to keep going down this path? That's the questions that keep coming up for you, Pisces. Let's take another from this. This is called the Little Prince deck. It's one of my sweeter decks. The sun. Look at that. So you're illuminating light on yourself. You're illuminating light. You're being very truthful with yourself. Not in a Page of Swords kind of truth. In a way that you know, A, you're accountable for your choices, but B, you can change those. You can choose joy. You can choose to look at contrast as stepping stones. Or you can do the opposite. You're being very, very clear with yourself because it feels like everything's being illuminated right now. Probably because of that Aries energy that came in with the moon. Okay. So which one? Okay, so one more card and then we're going to call it a reading. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to look at your before and after, is what I call it. Yeah. Okay, surrender, stubbornness. Oh, I love this. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. And yourself. And yourself. This is this right here. Okay, so they keep bringing this up because I think they don't want you to get stuck on the question that I asked you. Okay, because for some of you, it's going to feel foreign. I'm telling you, it's going to feel foreign to say. You know, the world is blessed to have me. It's going to feel weird, but it's okay. You know, and for those of you who stay quietly and just watch, I want you to try doing it, even if it's just at home. Okay? Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. There you go. Okay? You're not scarce in anything. We are blessed to have you in this lifetime. Okay? Now, I want you to believe it inside of yourself. So there you go, my beautiful Pisces. That's it for today. Thank you so much for being with me and listening. I appreciate you all so very much, but you guys already know that. Thank you for supporting me this way. I appreciate you so much. Love, light, and blessings. Have a wonderful day or end of day, whichever time you may be watching this. And I will see you tomorrow. I hope that you're with me then as well. Take care. Bye for now.